All right, good morning, peoples. Let's jump in here to Coney and Coin. So what happened? Kind of similar to Misty, slightly different. Down 3.59 on Coin. Again, as a reminder, this stuff was up over the weekend and pre-market with the Bitcoin conference had a lot of FOMO and it just turned around. Happens, right? So down 3.59 on coin, we were down 1.94. Well, we're way out of the money, so we've got quite a ways we can run. So the good news on coin, even more so than Coney, is we added significant amount of shares to 1,225,000. Now that sounds like a lot, and it would be on a lot of other stocks, but Nvidia, Coney, and Tesla are the three big, large outstanding shares. I mean, Misty comes in small in comparison. So it takes a lot of shares. If I said Misty added 1 million, 200 something, it would be pretty amazing because I think their share count is much smaller. But they have a higher price, right? But still, NVIDIA had everything because they were the top assets under management fund because when their price was 29 or 30 and they had less shares than Tesla, but Tesla was down in the 15, 16, 17. So their total or assets under management was smaller. NVIDIA's come down a little since then, but still they have a lot of shares. Okay, so what did we do? Well, let's look on our sheet in terms of the trades. Let me bring that down for you guys. I'll just bring it over onto the screen and you can see it highlighted there. So with coin, very similar to Misty, except they had larger volume, right, in terms of their contract count. But they bought a call, sold short a put. They have a 250, whereas MSTR for Misty has a 1550, right? They have that 10-for-1 split coming up. So what you see here, you see the difference when you're underneath the strike. Look, they're able to buy something for 13 and sell for 22. Since Misty's above its 155, then it pays more 205 and only sells for 60. So it's advantageous to buy low, sell high on the put. But again, then you have a liability that you have to catch up and go past that strike. So anyway, we'll take a look at those. Here's the 395. And remember, they always have a different, when you do the 1353 times, you're doing it 2 times over in the synthetic, and it has its own strike. On your weekly, you're picking your strike you want to go to, right? So they're coming down because MS or M, coin is coming down, right? Coin was 257, 265, 257, a little down to 245, all the way down to 231, back up to 242. Now they're 234. Okay. So a lot of volatility on that. But when we look at that on the weekly, and then I'll go show you the synthetics, look at this. They're really good. I mean, I'd be considering this scenario for taking it off the table maybe on Wednesday. It just doesn't make a lot of sense at this point to keep going with this guy because they're winning, right? I think this one, what did I see? 65.90. I'll have to look at it on holdings. Well, let's go look at that synthetic. So I like to show you where this is. I didn't update these, but I did over on holding. So by writing this 1,350 on 729, we bought for $13, sold for 22.15. So it's about a 1-2. It's a little more than 1-2 that we realized, right? So we're lowering the loss here, and it's down to 6.156. So let's go look at the holdings. This is our magic sauce, right? This is these two together tell us everything about how we're collecting money, how much paper gain we have, just where we are on everything. So as we come down this 3%, this goes up substantially. It doesn't take a big move in the synthetic because you got two components. You're long a call and you're short a put. So once you get to 250, you want this to be at 250 on 816 so that this $25 is zero. So you gain $80 million by simply moving from 234 to 250 in coin. And right now, 250 would not in the least bit trigger any of these. So the best thing in the world right now would be a move to 250, 260 for coin, because they wouldn't quite take all of the 79. You'd be at 8.2, and technically the thing doesn't expire until 816. So you have 2 more weeks. So you're going to have $10, $12, something like that left here in time premium. But once you get up above 250, if you ran to 260, then it's still got time premium, but it's starting to get further away. So this starts shrinking additionally. Right now, you have a built-in amount of what is our July. So we're 234. So you guys that I'm trying to teach, I want you to look here and tell me how far below 250 we are if we're trading at 234. Just make it 234 round. Okay, I'm waiting. I don't hear anything. I'm teasing you guys. Okay, so it's $16, right? I mean, we're trying to get up to it. We sold a put, so normally that put would be put to us, but because they're in flex and European options, they don't get assigned the put, but they have to settle electronically for cash if they owe it. Well, they're always going to owe cash in these. That's what I was talking to Cynthia about, and people. The nature of flex says give them something. 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents. If it's 260, you still got to buy it back. If you're a retail trader and you sell a 250 and the stock's going into the last couple of weeks at 260, you can just choose to try and let it expire. As long as it's 250 or above, it expires worthless, right? And so, but in flex, the benefit you're getting is never getting assigned, right? They use what they call a European option. Again, it has nothing to do with the geography. It's just a descriptive name, okay? And it's only in flex, and flex is only available to large players. You and I think there's 150 contract minimum or something. Now, you'll see them write lower ones, but that means over a period of time. But you can see here, they're doing 30,800, right? So you or I that want to do 2 or 3 or 5 or 10, depending on the underlying stock price, or 20. I mean, I've done as much as 50 or 100, but usually it's a $10 or $20 stock, not a $250 stock, and not thousands. So it's a big difference when they're institutional and they're using all of our monies, right? Because all they're doing is holding 90 something percent of the money in treasuries, and they're synthetically replicating being long the stock. And then all of these are the naked calls that are sold again. They call it a covered call strategy, but all it means is this is slightly bearish and this is totally bullish. This is bearish in the sense they want it to go up a little bit, but not go crazy. So they win, right? 2-3% move up. Right now, we got a lot of runway, guys. So when you go look at this, again, on these weeklies, this tells us the reason it's here. It tells us how far out of the money. We can go to 260 before we're hurt on expiration. And we can go to 270 before we have to pay a penny. Well, we always have to pay a penny. 272 for this set, right? And we're down here at 230. So that's why these percentages are so high. So I say come tomorrow, Let's look at the percentage of collection. So here we are, we've collected 65.9. So this guy, oh, you know what I have to do? I have to add these. I changed this for a reason. Sorry about that, guys. I changed it when I was trying to showcase something. So this number is different. But that's not even doing it. Oh, I see what I have to do. I have to do it on both sides. So this one needs to go from 20 to 22. Sorry, I set up a scenario to show something. All right, so I thought we were up in the 60s. All right, so we have collected cumulatively across all three of these, right, for 8-2 expiration. We have 14.1 million we've written in weekly calls. And right now, we could buy them all back for 5.5. So I come over here and I put a percentage. How much have we literally collected of the 14 million? So I say you get to 80% here, 90% for sure, even if it's on Wednesday. Remember, they're going to be trading on Tuesday. So if we stay flat, this is going to continue to decline, right? I say take it off at 80 and then write another one 2 or 3, two more days out or 3 more days. If this reaches 80 today, just pull it, take it off, and then write one for Friday, 8-2, 3 more days, and try and collect some more money. You don't have to go that far out of the money. You can just go up to maybe a 250 or a 240 if we're down at 220s or something. So get active here, advantageous. That's what I recommend. They really keep an eye on it. Who knows? All right, so where do we close? We closed at 1914. Fair value is 1910. Look at the synthetic though, because doesn't take much of a move, guys. We didn't go down that far. Let's go look at that. We went down 3.59%. But look what it does here. This goes from 19 million to 46 million. So you can see why if we were to go to 260, we would make so much money on our synthetic right now. We just would be killing it on the synthetic, and we wouldn't even impact these. We literally could close right at 260 and win every, shouldn't say every penny because you got to spend a penny, but basically 99% of this 14.1 million. All right, guys, I don't want to, let's go to payments, but it's not good, right? We don't have any cash right now because we got a $46 million loss. Where are we going to get the money? Well, they're going to give us the money, man. They'll pay it out of something. I don't see this not paying a dollar, but I want them to win. So I think also BTC needs to get going. They gave us a false run up. But hey, guys, we're still up in the 67. We're in that upper tier. Below around 63.5, it starts to say we possibly could go back into the 50. But as long as we stay above 63.5, I'm bullish. Maybe it just needs to gather some more momentum. Let's see what the market does. There's times that they play risk on with the tech market, and there's times that they play risk off and they separate. So let's see where we are today going in. That's what I got for you on Cony. I was trying to just give you a little bit more detail and educate you a little bit on how this stuff interacts. So we went up a little on this guy, and I think, yeah, on both of these we picked up. So this had been higher, but we're not even in the profit. We need another week. So that's why I want them to jump forward and maybe take this off the table on a Tuesday near the end of the day if we're up 80% or more on that 14 million and one of the big pieces, and just rewrite 3 more days out. Okay, guys, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Have a good one, peoples. Bye for now.